Everybody, this is Digital Blackboard by Sachin P. Nagmota. In this video, we are going to discuss the topic mutual coupling and dot convention. So first of all, we will discuss the exact meaning of mutual coupling. So let us consider a coil having inductance L1. So let it be coil number 1. And if we pass AC current through this coil number 1, let it be I1. So what will happen? When current flows through any coil or inductor, it set up a flux. So let phi 1 is the flux produced by the current which is flowing through the coil number 1. Now, as the current is AC, the flux which is produced by that coil, that current will also be AC. Now, if this flux is linking with the same coil, so flux phi 1 is linking with coil number 1. So, what will happen? According to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, EMF will get induced in coil number 1. So, let that induced EMF is E1, and this induced EMF E1 is called as self-induced EMF. Now, why this is called as self-induced EMF? Because this E1 is produced by the flux, and the flux is set up by the current which is flowing through the same coil, and that's why it is called as self-induced EMF. Okay. Now, if we take another coil having inductance L2, and we are having coil number 2, and if we keep the provision so that the flux produced by coil number 1 is also linking with coil number 2. So what is happening here? The flux which is linking with coil number 1, which is produced by coil number 1, is also linking with coil number 2. So what will happen? Again, this flux is linking with coil number 2 to according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. EMF will induce in coil 2. So let that induced EMF is E2, and this E2 is called as mutually induced EMF. So why this is called as mutually induced EMF? Because the induced EMF is because of the flux, and flux is because of the current which is flowing through some other coil. Now the flux which is produced by coil 1 can link with coil 2. Why? Because they are having the mutual coupling with each other. So this is the concept of mutual coupling. The concept of mutual coupling is that the flux produced by coil 1 can link with coil 1 as well as coil 2. So if two coils are mutually coupled with each other, there can be exchange of flux between them. So in this example, we have seen that the flux phi 1 is produced by coil 1, and it is linking with coil 2 and causes the induced EMF in coil number 2. So that induced EMF is mutually induced EMF. Now how much induced EMF will get induced in coil 2, it will depend upon the value of their mutual inductance. So L1 is the self inductance of coil 1, L2 is the self inductance of coil 2, and M, that is the mutual inductance of between L1 and L2. Similarly, if we flow the current through coil number 2, so if we are flowing the current through coil number 2, then what will happen? Again the flux will set up. Now this flux is phi 2. Now this flux phi 2 is set up by coil number 2. So this flux phi 2 will link with coil number 2, and according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the EMF will get induced in coil 2. Now this induced EMF E2, which is induced in coil number 2, is called as self-induced EMF, because the E2 is because of the flux phi 2, and phi 2 is produced because of the current flowing through the same coil, that is coil number 2. And if we keep the provision so that the flux produced by coil number 2, that is phi 2, can link with the coil 1, so again what will happen? The flux phi 2 is linking with coil number 1. So according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, there will be an induced EMF in coil 1. So that induced EMF will be now called as mutually induced EMF, and the value of this mutually induced EMF will depend upon their mutual inductance. Okay. So mutual inductance means if two coils or two inductors are mutually coupled with each other, there is exchange of the flux from coil 1 to coil 2 or from coil 1 to coil 1 is possible. It is called as mutual coupling. So mutual coupling means there is sharing of flux between two coils or two or more coils. So that is called as the concept of mutual coupling. Now the next part is that if you want to write down the equation, so if we are having two coils and simultaneously we flow current through them, so if we are having coil number 1 and coil number 2, and simultaneously currents I1 and I2 are flowing. So I1 current is flowing through coil 1 and I2 current is flowing through coil 2. So what will happen? So I1 will produce its own flux, similarly I2 will produce its own flux. Okay, so let that flux is phi1 and phi2. So phi1 is the flux produced by coil 1 and phi2 is the flux produced by coil 2. So if you want to write down the equation, voltage equation for coil number 1, so let that voltage equation is E1. So E1, we are writing down the voltage equation for coil number 1. So E1 is equal to L1 dI1 by dt. So L1 is the self inductance of coil number 1, dI1 by dt. So I1 is the current flowing through coil number 1. So L1 dI1 by dt is called as self-induced EMF for coil number 1. So L1 is the induced EMF or self-induced EMF of coil number 1. And because of the current flowing through coil number 1, there is a flux and this flux is linking with coil number 2. So there will be mutually induced EMF in coil number 2. Okay. So that induced EMF will be written as M di2 by dt. So M di2 by dt is called as mutually induced EMF, where M is the value of mutual inductance between L1 and L2, mutual inductance between these two coils, and di2 by dt. So which current is responsible for mutually induced EMF? The current which is flowing through another coil is responsible for the mutually induced EMF. So E1 is equal to L1 di1 by dt and M di2 by dt. Now this self-induced EMF and mutually induced EMF will be additive or subtractive. Now it depends upon the direction of flux. If the flux produced by coil number 1 and coil number 2 are in the same direction, if the flux which is produced by coil number 1 and the flux produced by coil number 2 are in the same direction, then these two EMF, that is self-induced EMF and mutually induced EMF, will be additive with each other. So they will get add. So we will put here the plus sign. So why we are putting plus sign between the self-induced EMF and mutually induced EMF? Because the flux produced by coil number 1 and flux produced by coil number 2 are in the same direction, and that's why there is a plus sign. So self-induced EMF and mutually induced EMF will get add with each other. Similarly, if you want to write down the equation, voltage equation for coil number 2, so let that voltage equation is E2. So E2 will be given by L2 di2 by dt. So L2 is the self inductance of coil number 2 and di2 by dt, that is the current flowing through this coil number 2. And again we are having mutually induced EMF. Now the flux which is there produced by coil number 2 is also linking with coil number 1, so again there will be induced EMF in coil number 1, so that will be its mutually induced EMF. So it will be M di1 by dt, where M is the mutual inductance between coil 1 and coil 2, and which current is responsible for mutually induced EMF? The current which is flowing through another coil, that is in coil number 1. So again we are putting plus sign over here. Why? Because these two induced EMF, self-induced EMF and mutual induced EMF is getting added with each other, because the direction of flux is same for both the coils. So this is the equation for coil number 1 and this is the equation for coil number 2. Now on the other hand, if we are having the direction of fluxes produced by coil number 1 and coil number 2 are in opposite direction, then what will happen? Now see, phi 1 is the flux produced by current of coil 1 and phi 2 is the flux produced by current of I2. Now these two fluxes are in opposite direction. So what will be the equation for coil 1? So let us write down the voltage equation for coil number 1. So again E1 is equal to L1 di1 by dt and M di2 by dt. So di1 by dt, L1 di1 by dt is the self inductance for this coil number 1 and M di2 by dt is the mutually induced EMF for this coil number 2. Now as the direction of current is direction of flux opposite to each other, we will put here the negative sign. So self-induced EMF and mutually induced EMF will get subtract from each other. So why we are putting negative sign over here? Because the flux produced by coil number 1 and flux produced by coil number 2 are in opposite direction. So we will put negative sign here. Similarly, if we want to write down the equation, voltage equation for coil number 2, so we will be having E2 is equal to L2 di2 by dt. So L2 di2 by dt is representing the self-induced EMF for coil number 2 and M di1 by dt is nothing but mutually induced EMF in coil number 1. So again these two induced EMF, that is self induced EMF and mutually induced EMF, are getting subtracted with each other. So there will be subtraction, that is negative sign will be between self induced EMF and mutual induced EMF. Now the question is how we can come to know that these fluxes are in the same direction or these fluxes are in the opposite direction. So the direction of fluxes can be easily find out by right hand thumb rule. Okay, by using the right hand thumb rule we can easily find out the direction. But in actual machine, how we can know the direction of flux, whether it is in same direction or in opposite direction? So for that, dot convention is being used. So why dot conventions are used? So because of dot convention we can come to know that where two induced EMF are additive or subtractive. So we can know the sign or whether the two induced EMF are additive or subtractive because of the dot convention. So how these dot conventions are exactly used? So we have to put the dots. Okay, so if we are putting dot over here, so here current I1 is entering in the coil number 1. Here current I1 is entering in the coil number 1 and we have put dot over there. Okay, similarly current I2 is entering at this point in coil number 2. So we have put the dot over there. Okay, so in coil number 1 we have put the dot at entering point. Similarly we have put the dot in coil number 2 at the entering point. So current entering in the dot in coil number 1, similarly current entering in the dot in coil number 2. So if entering there, if the dot is used at the place of entering currents, then it is clear that the fluxes produced by two coils will be in the same direction, and that's why we have to put the plus sign over there. So self-induced EMF and mutually induced EMF will get add with each other. Okay, so that is one dot convention. So entering is positive. Similarly, if we are putting the dot at the leaving, okay, so if we have put this dot whether in coil number 1 when the current is leaving at this point, and similarly in coil number 2 we have put the dot where current is leaving. So again here the dot has been put where current is leaving, and here also in coil number 2 the dot has been put where current is leaving. So leaving is also positive. So we have put here positive sign. So entering is also positive and leaving is also positive. On the other hand, if we are putting the dot in one coil, we are putting the dot, so current is entering in the dot in coil number 1 and current is leaving from the dot in coil number 2. So here entering and leaving, the dots are put at entering point and in other coil leaving point. So it is clear that the fluxes produced by coil number 1 and coil number 2 will be in the opposite direction, and but naturally we will put the negative sign over here. So two induced EMF, that is self-induced EMF and mutual induced EMF, will get subtract from each other. So we need to put here the negative sign. So here what is the convention? Entering leaving is equal to negative. So entering leaving is negative. Similarly, if we are putting a dot in coil number 1 at the point of leaving the current, and in coil number 2 we are putting the dot at the point of entering current. So leaving entering is also indicates that the two fluxes are in opposite direction. So we need to put here the negative sign. So leaving entering is also negative. So this is called as dot convention. So what is the advantage of dot convention? By using dot convention we can easily come to know where two fluxes are in same direction or opposite direction, and we can easily know where two induced EMF are additive or subtractive. So once again we will revise that entering is positive, leaving also positive, entering leaving dots are negative and leaving entering dots are also negative. Okay, now here only two coils are mutually coupled with each other. So L1 is equal to 2 Henry, that is the self inductance of coil number 1 is 2 Henry. 3 Henry is the self inductance of coil number 2, and M12, that is 1.5 Henry, is the mutual inductance between coil 1 and coil 2. So 1.5 Henry is the mutual inductance between L1 and L2, and dots are put here. So we can easily find out after connecting the source we can easily get to know whether the currents are entering or leaving from coil 1 coil 2, and according to that we can put the sign. Okay, similarly sometime two or more coils are coupled with each other. So dot convention, in the dot convention the triangles are also used and the square or rectangles are also used. So here we can see L1 and L2 are mutually coupled with each other, and the mutual inductance is given by M12 and the dot conventions are used by these dots. Okay. Similarly, L1 and L3 are mutually coupled with each other and the dots are represented by this triangle. The dots are represented by this triangle and the value of mutual inductance is given by M13. Similarly, L2 and L3, these two coils are also mutually coupled with each other and the dot representation is given by square, and the mutual inductance between L2 and L3 is given by M23. Okay. So what exactly the mutual coupling means? The mutual coupling means L1 and L2 are mutually coupled. It means there is exchange of flux is possible between L1 to L2, L2 to L1. L2 and L3 are mutually coupled with each other. What does it mean? The exchange of flux is possible from L2 to L3, similarly from L3 to L2. And L1 and L3 are mutually coupled with each other. What does it mean? So the exchange of flux is possible from L1 to L3 as well as from L3 to L1. Okay. So in this video we have seen the mutual coupling, concept of mutual coupling and concept of dot convention. So in the next video I will provide the link in the description. So in the next video we will solve the problems based on mutual coupling. So I hope you got everything about mutual coupling and dot convention. So please like, share and subscribe Digital Blackboard.